Hello, my name is Muiz Wale Memud, a student of Istanbul OKAN20f in Turkey. I'll be discussing my semester project with you. The topic is eco-cities, the concept and application of urban regeneration. As I mentioned earlier, my project topic is concepts and applications of urban regeneration, which is under eco-city. So I would like to state what eco-city is. Eco-city is to eliminate all carbon waste. It is also to produce energy entirely through renewable resources. The general goals of eco-city is to achieve friendly environment, sustainable economy, and social harmony. The current situation of environmental problem is more serious than we think. Recent studies by the United Nations shows that there are nearly 3 billion people living in cities. It also estimates that by the year 2050, the cities will own more than 2 over 3 of the world's population. In recent times, the concept of eco-cities has been on the rise to improve the livability of cities. City planners, politicians, and environmental groups seeking to create more sustainable cities have realized the challenges of changing existing community conditions. This article aims at evaluating some prominent examples of ecological development around the world using comprehensive uh, comparative matrix and SWOT analysis alongside ecological indicators with an insight into their progress of construction. This information will then be used to propose tenable principles and parameters which can serve as guide to be developing the participant community of Ankara, Istanbul, and the world at large. Some Eco City projects which are sampled for evaluation in this article include Patikent City in West Ankara, Turkey, which is also the project I'll be working on. Solar City in Austria. We have the Mazda in UAE. We have the Green City in Vancouver, Canada. We have the Mikeli in Finland and DHA City in Pakistan. The keywords for the abstract, for the article in general, is eco-city concept and applications, indicators for sustainable eco-city. We have the eco-city project and comparative analysis of eco-urban projects. Over the years, research has tried to bring forward viable methods as to how ecological and livable cities can be judged. These cities have also shown that an objective method is most acceptable. Cities around the world are overpopulated, accompanied with stress on landed resources and leaving almost no available land for expansion. In this unprecedented area of increasing urbanization, we have reached a critical point in understanding that cities can be a source of sustainable solution to challenges being faced today. If well planned and managed, it could be a powerful tool for sustainable development. The aim of this project and proposal is to draw analysis from evaluated SWOT matrix of eco-city projects around the world and come up with suitable and efficient applicable ecological parameters, which will play as a standard of revamping Vatican City, which is our primary focus, and other urban cities around the world. The objectives of this study are to evaluate the current state and feature of selected eco-city projects around the world. Second, to emphasize guiding principles and parameters which can be used in planning eco-cities, to propose a working benchmark for the Vatican City project in order for it to be a better eco-city, to understand some of the pertinent global challenges that can be solved through the concept of city principles. Eco-cities are about rebuilding cities, towns, and urban centers based on ecological principles for the long-term sustainability, cultural vitality, and health of the Earth biosphere. Characteristics of an ecocity. The idea of ecocity is that it should be in balance with nature. This can be achieved through space-saving, energy-efficient settlement, combined with transport pattern, material flows, water cycles, and habitat structure that correspond to the overall objective of sustainability. In combination with attractively designed public space, integrating green areas and objects of cultural heritage to create varied surroundings, an eco city should be an attractive place to live and work. Such sustainability and livable structure contributes to the health, safety, well-being of the inhabitants and their identification with the eco city. This is the matrix and SWOT analysis table. The first case study I have here is the Solar City in Linz, Austria. It was designed by Professor Roland Renner, Norman Foster, Richard Rogers, and Thomas Herzog. The residence is unknown. It was initiated in 1990. It was completed within 2004 and 2006. It was planned to cater for 25,000 people, and the project cost was 190 million euros. The area of this city, 32.5 hectares of building land plus housing for 4,500 people with necessary facilities, 20 hectares of parkland, which equates to 60 hectares of land for the project. The transportation, a tramway line of about 2.3 kilometers connects the city center of Links since September 2004 with the solar city. Bicycle lanes all over the city, wooden bridges in the forest along with info checkpoints. The waste conservation, or an elaborate system of small rainwater drains, biowaste ponds, and brooks lead the rainwater from the building to the woods in the washland. The drainage and sanitation include in the overall planning concept, the waste water is disposed and incurred in the separation system. For the energy efficient solution, the ecological value of the overall energy concept is increased by regenerating solar energy use and closed loop system, a low level of fossil fuel consumption. For the renewable energy system used, the use of regenerative solar energy, the introduction of closed loop system, which protects the environment to the greatest possible extent. For the SWOT analysis, the strength, the centralized water purification system, eco transport, excessive utilization of solar energy, self-sustaining resilient structure, natural ecosystem. For the weakness, the distance between links and the solar city and how to bridge it is a weak point. For opportunities, the connection of natural protection and urban development, a sustainability-oriented future, direct use of sun to increase welfare of people, utilization of renewable energies. For the threats, soil was not targeted and neglected. For the Mazda Abu Dhabi in UAE, it was designed by Foster and Partners, located in London Riverside. It was initiated in 2006. The project was the part of the project, which is the phase one, was completed in 2001, and the other part of the project will be completed within 2000 and 2020 and 2025. The population, it was planned to home about 45,000 to 50,000 people and 40,000 commuters near Abu Dhabi and 1,500 businesses. The project cost about $22 billion. The area of the project is 640 hectares. For the transportation, car-free with carefully planned public transportation, encouraging walking for more than 200 meters to find any transportation system, shaded walkways and narrow streets, driverless PRT, EcoBus collaboration between Mazda and Abu Dhabi in 2018 comprises a lightweight aluminum body and temperature-resistant water-cooled batteries. For the water conservation and recycling system, hydrozoning planting strategy that conserves water and achieves a balance between the dry and lush area, and creation of production landscape where food is grown for local market and for research purposes. For the waste management and recycling system, the city will also attempt to reduce waste to zero. Biological waste will be used to create nutrient-rich soil and fertilizers, and some may be used through waste incineration as an additional power source. For energy efficient solutions, by 2020, Abu Dhabi intends for 7% of its energy to come from sustainable sources, and the Mazda initiative has already come far in terms of introducing the solar energy, greenhouse gas reduction, hydrogen power plants, and carbon capture. This is not addressed yet because of the COVID-19 outbreak. For the renewable energy system use, a 100 kilowatt thermal power plant converts solar energy into thermal energy through a set of reflective mirrors, motion sensors. There are no light switches or tap in the city to prevent waste. The SWOT analysis of this eco-city, eco-friendly lifestyle combining traditional Arabic architecture and modern technology. New technology can be tested here and then used more widely. Eco villa net zero energy. For the weaknesses, which it is expensive, it's the cost of the project is about $20 billion, and it's benefited only few people because of the few homes that was created with this huge amount of money. The opportunity, attractive investment opportunity, expect a return on investment of 8.5% for projected rental yield. The threat, planners are struggling to meet the original aim of making the city self-sustaining in renewable energy. More focus should be put on making the existing cities sustainable. The Vatican city, which is the city I'll be working on, that I'll be improving on, it was initiated by Kent Koop, located in Ankara, Turkey. The project started in 1974. It was completed in 1979. It was planned to cater for 250,000 people. Also, the cost of the project was 43.5 trillion lira, which is $1 billion as at that time. The transportation use, efficient mass transportation system connecting Vatican to the central city, reducing need for private cars. The water conservation, rainwater collection and grey water system will be used to reuse of water. Heating, cooling, and domestic hot water system along with solar water heaters will be installed. For the waste for for the waste management, compost toilets for recycling waste, grey water cycle constructed throughout the building of Vatican. For the energy efficient solutions, for energy production, PV units were first. Renewable energy system used, solar cell, photovoltaic, and sun energy used for electricity and domestic hot water demand. Greenhouse adjacent to all type of buildings, wind and their geothermal energy. The SWOT for the strength, weakness, and opportunity and threat for this Vatican city. The strength, the only cooperative assisted largest public housing area. As a result of this project mass, housing law and mass housing administration evolved. Weakness, the nursery center and entertainment structure in the neighborhood center did not develop, inoperable, bizarre. For the opportunity, a social cooperative strategic, holistic, and endless planning process, the involvement of administration. For the threat, changes in zoning and the neighborhood centers is required. The bicycle transportation route envisioned by the Vatican zoning plan should be recognized. This is the architectural drawings. I have the site analysis on the first page. The SWOT analysis of this site also is will be discussed later. Vatican City is located 11 kilometers away from the capital along the Ankara-Istanbul highway. For the site, this is the sun part, the yellow line here. I have the blue arrows indicating the cold wind direction. I have the red arrows indicating the hot wind directions. Under here, I have the photos of the current site situation. Vatican City sits on about 1.5 million square kilometer, and for the purpose of this course, I will be working on one third of this landmass. Holistically, the eco-city strategies that I will put in place here will be extended towards the other part of the city upon implementation. So when designing, I put into consideration the locations of the supporting facilities to be on the central side, so that it will be easy to cater for other part of the site. So for the SWOT analysis, the strength of this site, transportation is okay, but it can be improved upon. Good access to the city, vibrant socio-cultural community, adequate green area. For the weakness, aging buildings, pollution, overpopulation. Most of the buildings are not eco-friendly. Opportunities are the opportunity of urban renovation and revision of the management plan, encouragement of the use of eco-friendly devices and solutions, encourage the division or provision of social cultural facilities, the application of sustainable methods like rainwater recycling and rainwater storage for the threat overpopulation, climate changes, and the use of outdated management plans. This is the conceptual development. I have the legend to the right side of the sheet. Note, this particular project sits on 1,502,520 square meter. Is set to promote sustainability, renewable energy, and healthy living to all the residents and commuters. Neighborhoods will have distinct buildings and design elements. Streets will be laid out to optimize shading and park to assist in ventilating the city. Eco transport system to efficiently connect surrounding areas. So this first drawing here, I have the yellow line which indicates the PRT, the walking and cycling part. For the light rail system, that's for the blue line, gray line. So the other part of the city will be will be on this side. So the holistically, these cycling, the light rail transport, the PRT, the walking, we can walk as a whole. So the part ends on where I ended the 1/3 of the sites for the purpose of this design. The land use, I have the solar plants, which is the red portion here. I have the mixed-use building, the retail complex, the eco residence, which are the green colors here. I have the hotel, service apartment, the open space, recreation, the communal facilities, the office buildings, waste and recycle plants. It is located on the edge of this portion, so it can benefit other portion also holistically. I have the religious building, I have the research development. So this merge both the transport part and the land use in the third drawing. Traffic and program schedule. This is a cross section showing road, pedestrian, and cycling on the PRT. Also, the program schedule and settlement program. I have the solar plant. The number of the solar plants I'll be having on this part will be 1. The building capacity is 150. The building type is multi-story. I have the mixed building, which will be 19 buildings in all. Also, I propose a mixed building, which I'll be discussing at the end of this presentation. I have the retail complex. The number of retail complexes I'll be having will be 6. The eco residence will be 300 multi-story. I have the hotel and service apartment. The capacity will be 5,000 multi-story and high-rise. I have the communal facility, the office building, which should be 7. The building capacity will be 6,000 multi-story also. I have the waste and recycle plant. I have the religious building and research development. This is a bubble diagram showing the functional relationship between the land use. For this, the bubble diagram showing the functional relationship. Also, for the eco residence, these are the strategies that will be in place for the eco residence: the roof garden, the HVAC system, the application of the eco city principles. I have the park and squares, the eco mixed use building. The eco mixed use development encourage private investment, promote tourism, and increase tax revenue. The objective of this property is to transform neighborhoods that bring residents and visitors to one location to live, work, eat, shop, worship, and play in one building. So it will reduce the number of times someone has to go out with the vehicle. So for the waste recycle plants, through recycling of pool that would have ended up in a landfill and polluted the environment, benefits such as biogas, fertilizer, fecal transplants, hydrogen fuel, building bricks, metals, and drinking water can be obtained. For the eco residence, which is proposed to accommodate 50,000 residents, is said to incorporate all sustainable facilities from wastewater collection to daylight saving. I have the solar plant. The solar plant will generate adequate energy to power the city, the eco transport modes, the rapid transport, the personal rapid transport, the cycling, the light rail transport, and walking. The new proposed Vatican City will cater for improved eco transport modes, automated system of electric vehicle, including passenger cars, light rail cycling, walking, personal rapid transport. For research facility, the research facility will promote research and development in the field of advanced technology and energy application with respect to sustainability. The communal facility, communal facility will promote social bonding, help build strong, safe, and inclusive environment, community and environment, social interaction, volunteerism, civil pride, and aesthetics. So for this sheet, I'll be discussing. I have made a plan for the mixed-use building. I am proposing a mixed-use building for the Eco City. These are the list of spaces. So this is a site plan. I didn't have enough. I catered for just 98 cars on the site. The rest of the cars will be on the multi-story car parks, so that I'll be able to reduce the size of hardscaping I will have on the site. So I would encourage more of green areas on the site. I have the water part also to help cool the building using evaporative cooling system. The site area, I have 2 million to about 2.4 million square millimeter for. Also, this the bubble diagram. This is the basement floor, the car park, the pool here. I have the ground floor, so more of ground parking and technical facilities and banking hall. First floor also, and sixth floor I have the gaming, the badminton, the arcade, also the gym on the 4th to 6th floor, and for 7th to 11th floor and 12th to 24th floor, I have the residential apartment. The section showing indicating the sectional part of the building. I have the front elevation, the right elevation, the rear elevation, and left elevation. The ecological details of this design. So I catered for parametric roof for shading, gypsum board partition wall impregnated with paraffin to prevent heat absorption, vertical grills along its facade to prevent heat absorption into the office, because the office is located on this part of the building. Indoor pool for evaporative. I have the double scale facade for solar radiation control, and the green roof. The recommendation and conclusion part of the project. When the hypothetical development meets current needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet current needs, we classify the development as sustainable development. In this case, sustainable urbanization must provide the following conditions. 1. The natural habitat must be protected. The demand for housing caused by population growth must be addressed by protecting green spaces, vertical structures instead of horizontal structures. So we should encourage more of mixed-use high-rise buildings. There must be protection for water sources, not excessively encourage the use of motorcycles, plan. Conclusively, there are 5 proposed actions to develop the science of eco-cities. 1. Develop spatially explicit model that integrates social, economic, political, and ecological land usage. Explore ecological interactions in both Princeton and heavily used area. Apply ecological principles to land use and land management. Communicate relevant ecological science to users, which includes landowners and the general public. 5th conclusion, improve the use of interpretation of in situ and remotely sensed data to better understand the predict environmental changes and to monitor the environment. Self-criticism of my project. The preliminary stages of this project was tasking. I was limited to the information online as I could not visit Vatican City due to the current health challenges in the world. Visiting the sites would have been giving me a first-hand information of how the living condition of the site really is. Nevertheless, I could overcome these limitations because of the help I got from Professor Semi, because he designed project of Vatican City. He shared some useful files with me as he has enough documents regarding the current situation of the city. It was an interesting topic. I now have a holistic idea of how Eco City should be developed. Thank you.